rate cuts, an end to QT. And before you say rates already got cut, yeah, but those effects take time. The money printer doesn't hit your bank account overnight. So if you want a real alt season, the only option is to sit and wait. I'm not going to bullshit you and say it's next week or next month like every other YouTuber does. Just sit and watch for the rotation to start. Now, let's talk about the rotation. And to be clear, this isn't a guide on when to buy alts. This is not financial advice. I'm just pointing out the historical patterns that show when retail is returning. When I talk about this stuff, people say if the historical signals are broken, then why are you talking about more signs? But these are not signals. These are actual pieces of evidence to look for that tell us retail is returning. A signal that a train might be coming is if you hear rumbling on the horizon. Evidence that the train is coming is when you see it with your own two eyes. Big difference. So we need evidence that the retail zombie horde is coming to eat up alts, because right now retail interest is as low as it was in the depths of the bear market. So what's the first bit of evidence we need? YouTube views. And I know it sounds silly, but when crypto YouTubers are getting insane views, it means millions of regular people are searching for how to buy altcoins. Right now, according to the data from Ben Cohen's Into the Cryptoverse app, views are in the gutter. It's a ghost town, not a zombie town. Speaking of YouTube, I'm down to 1 video per week lately. Do you want more videos, guys? Let me know. Anyway, the next piece of evidence we need is Coinbase app rankings. Coinbase is the main on-ramp for newbies. When retail FOMO hits, that app flies to the #1 spot in the App Store. Right now, it's hovering around 300. Better than the bear market lows of 400 plus, but nowhere near the top 10. Until we see retail come back, they're obviously not here. But there are more signs of retail returning, and those show up on the charts. I like to call these the 4 horsemen of the alt apocalypse. Until all 4 are riding together, anything else is just noise. Now, I've talked about this before, but we need an update on them, because whilst everyone is looking at calendars to calculate alt season or just saying it's coming every week until it does, we need to look at the actual evidence that it's starting. And again, these are not triggers for you to ape in. These are historical patterns that show capital is rotating out of large caps and into lower caps. The actual timing, or even if you want to enter, is up to you, and you should consider that carefully as crypto is incredibly high risk. Again, this is not financial advice. So let's break down the horsemen. Horseman 1, ETH breaks and holds above its all-time high. Now, yes, ETH touched $4,953, so it broke its all-time high, but it didn't hold. We need to see daily and weekly candles closing comfortably above that old high. That tells us that capital is actually rotating to ETH for real. Until then, this horseman is still in the stable, but he's saddling up. Horseman 2, Bitcoin dominance breaks and holds below 60%. This one is already here. Bitcoin dominance has broken below 60% and has been fighting to stay there for weeks. Historically, that's the first sign that capital is leaking out of Bitcoin's gravitational pull. Then, as it moves lower, it means that capital is flowing out of Bitcoin into alts. So far, this horseman is riding, but he's alone right now. Horseman 3, the alt be back chart hits 1. This is a niche one, but it's powerful. It tracks ETH's market cap versus all other altcoins combined. When it hits 1, it means that the market cap of ETH is equal to the entire rest of the alt market. Historically, that's been a sign of overheating, and profit taking started soon thereafter. We got as low as 1.4, but it pulled back to 1.6. When that number hits 1, the third horseman charges in. Horseman 4, ETH dominance hits approximately 16%. ETH dominance touched 15%. Close, but as my geography teacher used to say, close enough is not good enough. Historically, 16% is where ETH gets too top heavy and money rotates out. So this horseman is also saddling up, but not quite riding yet. And then there's the 5th wind, the macro tailwind, rate cuts. They're like the wind at the horses' backs, not a horseman, but they push the cavalry forward. And the Fed has already started cutting. So where are we now? 1 horseman is riding, 2 are on the horizon, 1 is getting ready, and the wind is starting to blow. These are not signs to ape into alts, but they are historical pieces of evidence that alt season is happening. Most of them are not riding, so we aren't even close. Yet. So where are we now? Well, the 4-year cycle narrative itself was the trap. It was a psychological operation designed to make you ape in too early or despair and sell the bottom when the old timeline didn't deliver. The truth is, institutions are playing a longer, more complex game, and we just need to play along. That's it for today. Love you all. Remember, trade smart, don't be a dumbass, and I'll see you next time.